Hey guys, so I kind of wanted to give you a very important update saying that my primary mode of transportation is back after 1 week of maintenance, which involves 2 rental vehicles, a visit to the dealer, and a visit to a maintenance shop. So, to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm going to give you guys a plot. So, on Wednesday, the 26th of March, my mom was driving the Jeep on her way home from work. She was traveling on the Dulles Toll Road, about to take the exit to the 495 beltway, so she'll be able to eventually go over the American Legion Bridge and cross into the state of Maryland. So the merging and all went fine onto the beltway. However, upon entering said beltway, the seatbelt sign actually came on while my mom was buckled up. And this basically assumed that the vehicle thought that my mother didn't buckle up, but apparently that wasn't the case, and the thing is locked up. But basically, it must have had something to do with the bumps in the roadway. My mother was in the rightmost lanes at the time she was merging onto the 495 beltway, and so the seatbelt lights on the dash went ding, 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 ding for 20 continuous minutes, and my mother, I assume, tried to work it out with the seatbelt and with one hand and drive the wheel with the other hand, and eventually the light went out and the dinging decided to shut up. However, that was not all. Upon taking the exit for 270 inbound to Rockville, the check engine light came on, and this likely had to do something with an electrical fault or some kind, because within the past few weeks, I always thought that the gas cap was going bad, or maybe the seal around said cap. Another issue for the check engine light may have been with some bad fluid in the transmission, or like what just happened on the 26th was an electrical fault from those bumps on the beltway. And so the next day, on Thursday, my mother took the vehicle over to the dealer and then got a rental so she would be able to get to work. And this rental apparently was a Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sahara 4xe, a plug-in hybrid. And this was not something that I don't think she had expected. When it comes to rentals, she wanted something that would be first available, whatever they got, easy to get to and from work. And so that was basically the rental. I don't have a video on my phone or a photo, so I can't really show you on Facebook what the rental looked like, but I will tell you the color was dark green. And so on Friday, my mother was coming home from work. She was taking the rental back over to a dealer, and after realizing that the bill to diagnose the issue for the check engine light was too much, she ended up declining the offer, and then decided to hold off on the repair until tomorrow. This would be on Saturday, where she would take my primary vehicle to a place called Amco Transmissions. They're across the street from Rockville Pike. And so, upon dropping the vehicle off to Amco Transmissions, it was doubtful whether a new transmission was needed, but if it was, then I can assure you that the repair bill would be costly enough at some point. And then afterward, my mother got another rental vehicle, which was not a Jeep or any kind. It was actually a silver Toyota CHR, which is basically a subcompact SUV version of the Toyota RAV4, and is a very similar vehicle to the Honda HR-V. So this rental would actually be very fuel efficient, and the rental lasted longer than the 4xe Sahara. So this rental went on for maybe a couple days, all the way until maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, until today, on Friday, the 5th of April. That was when, hearing that the issue had been fixed, my mother dropped the rental car, the Toyota CHR, back over to the rental car facility, and then went back over to the transmission shop to pick up the Jeep. And if I grab this paperwork, I'm not going to show it on camera. This was apparently a torque converter that failed and needed to be replaced. And for those that don't know, the torque converter was code P0741. And there was also some electrical areas that needed to be repaired. This included the driver's seat belt that my mother had trouble with on that one Wednesday. And upon replacing the torque converter, the maintenance guy had to, as far as my knowledge goes, remove parts of the transmission thing twice in order to get the repairs to work, which to me, that was crazy, especially since how my mother's father would always take this vehicle out for summer vacations, you know, towing stuff, always playing around with that RV, making trips to Arizona, you name it. So that's basically what's been going on. You know, the transmission did not need to be replaced. It was only the torque converter, which the total came out to be around $5,745. You know, that's something to be expected. You know, it's like, if you want to have a Jeep, then you gotta know the drawbacks that you're gonna have to be facing, like knowing when to change out incandescent bulbs, or knowing what kind of resistors that you're going to put in if you want to have LED taillights, in which this vehicle does not have any of it, and I don't have the time to replace resistors if I want LED taillights. You gotta make sure that your gas cap is not leaking, or you want to make sure your electrical plugs are working, and most important of all, make sure your transmission and torque converters are up to shape. So that's basically what's been going on. It's been a week worth of maintenance, but my primary vehicle still lives on to be my primary use of transportation. Well, I hope you enjoyed this 10-minute talk about what's going on with the Jeep, and I hope to update more when time comes around.